Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber Podcast. I am your host Everett, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least, and this is episode number 63. Getting ever closer, guys. Episode 63.
Yeah, brother.
We have another action-packed week of. Why did I say action-packed week of gaming news? I wanted to make it sound more exciting, and then as it was coming out of my brain hole, it sounded stupid. Joining me, as the usual crew, we got Devin and JJ. Devin?
How's it going?
JJ?
Yo, what's up?
What a wonderful time to be alive as a gamer, right? When it comes to spending, but we're going to get into that. All right.
Gotta get your money up.
Yeah, right. That's what they keep saying. But I don't know. I don't think we have really too much. So let's just what have you guys been playing this past week? Devin, we'll start with you.
Just Donkey Kong and we bought Prototype. I've been playing the first Prototype. And Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm on like sub-level 900 right now. Within one of the sub-levels of 900, so yeah, that's where I'm at right now in Donkey Kong.
But it has like an underground area? Or
Yeah, I mean that's the whole you just keep going further and further into the planet's core. That's like the whole plot of the game.
Oh. Interesting. I saw something that somebody I don't know how long it took them. It took them a while. I think it said 4 days or something, where they just cleared out a whole section of the map. They just destroyed
the beginning.
everything.
I think it was the beginning area.
That's that's kind of funny. I always like things like that where they, I think Nintendo's kind of.
The destructible
best at
environment in it is pretty crazy. All the shit you can destroy, and just start digging down and just start going crazy on it.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. One of the things I like about the way when Nintendo does those kinds of things, where the game is more, I don't know what the word is, but not open ended, but just it has a lot of freedom or whatever. When you see people like when Tears of the Kingdom came out, I remember for a while I watched videos this one YouTube channel where it's oh, here's a new weekly video of people's creations in Tears of the Kingdom, and there was some pretty crazy shit, that people were and I'm not talking about oh, they made I know everyone's seen the meme or whatever of oh, they made a giant statue of a dick with fire coming out of its whatever. No, people made actual working flying vehicles from the X-Wing fighter from Star Wars and stuff like that. Yeah, I like stuff like that. Or yeah, the Donkey Kong game. Someone's just I'm just gonna clear this whole area out and see what it looks like, and they're gonna take their whole a whole 4 days or whatever it was to just do that, and it's yeah.
And you know what to say. Let the tism.
Oh god, here we go.
Eat you. I could say that I played RuneScape.
Oh my god, and League of Legends. You're
Nah, you're a retard.
Oh,
For a league, bro.
I don't know. I've obviously never played League of Legends, so wait, I might have played half a match.
Oh.
So, does that make
Big
me
L.
0.0001% retard?
That makes you a fucking quitter.
That makes you a fucking quitter. All right, JJ, how about you? What have you been playing this past week?
I've been playing just the same old stuff, I think. Right now, just RuneScape and some Escape from Tarkov. Again, just kind of laid back one.
Cool.
Nothing too crazy. I think I said earlier before the podcast. I think I bought Hogwarts Legacy and I got the Lego Skywalker Saga. I kind of want to play that one because when I was on Game Pass, I played a little bit of episode 1. I kind of wanted to play, and I think my have a rally and I try it out. It's a Lego game. I told her it's pretty easy and chill.
Wait, you can't die.
Yeah, so it'd be pretty fun. It'd be pretty fun.
Cool,
And I
cool.
think rumor has it where I think I might play Fortnite. I might play Fortnite again because I think
Oh
next season they're gonna have some ODST or Halo people coming out.
no,
or Power
no,
Rangers.
no! I think they actually, I think that's been officially confirmed. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
I want to say
yeah,
that's
Bungie. No, not Bungie, but you know, like the Halo Xbox Studios are saying that.
yeah.
It'd be
They
cool,
they
or
confirmed it.
Fortnite.
No, I think it's confirmed that
Well, I'm
the
saying that it's like they're cool as shit. That's what I'm saying. The skin's gonna be cool as fuck,
uh,
and then I can't wait. And then I think supposedly the Power Rangers gonna be in them too. The Battle Pass.
that
It's gonna be fucking good shit.
that has
Supposedly.
been confirmed too. I think the Power Rangers. I think
Really?
there was something
It's like,
that
I think this whole season's gonna be like alien shit, dude. It's like a weird invasion alien stuff. So
you're gonna
we
fight
might get a
bugs.
lot
I
of more
think.
sci-fi. They showed like one of the I don't know. I think the season ends like on the 6th or something like that, and then the game starts the 7th. I don't know, but I think that the artist Dead Mouse is in there too. You can get like his music and shit now in the playable character. That's him.
So JJ, if they have a really
Yeah.
cool Spartan skin and it costs like $10-15, you're getting it right.
Yeah, maybe. I already have the Master Chief one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Huh? He was in it. I keep forgetting that stuff.
Unless like this Master Chief one, I mean like the next Spartan one is one of those like customizable skins, so he has like 10 different helmets, 10 different like chest piece and all this shit like that. That'd be kind of cool. Cause they did one for like the Mandos, the Mandalorians
Yeah, yeah.
on the Battle Star Wars one, where you buy one, but there's like 5 different helmets, 4 or 5 different like armored pieces you can choose and other shit like that,
Yeah.
and different like icons you can put on your Beskar gear. But we'll see.
I don't know.
I might buy
I
the
don't
Power
play
Ranger. I might
Fortnite,
get the
so-
red one. I might buy the red one. 'Cause
If
got
I were
some
to get
buddies
one,
that-
I'd get a Green Ranger. Yes, I know. That's the basic like everyone's favorite is the Green Ranger. But
I
Tommy Oliver is
that-
cool. Tommy Oliver was legitimately the coolest Power Ranger. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Like, I mean, his White Ranger. That was
Yeah,
cool
so
too.
I was a White Ranger for Halloween like fucking long time ago.
I think as a kid, one of us, like me and my siblings, one of us had the sword
Get your sword.
with the fucking like
Yeah.
tiger hilt or whatever and all that shit. Yeah.
I think I just had the costume. It's me and my 2 other cousins. We were like 2 of us are the same one. It was a cool one, dude.
I
And
know.
because that movie came out. Fuck, what was it? It was like the
The
Ooze
po-
or some
the-
shit.
No, it was just called I think it was just called the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And Ivan Ooze, yeah, was like the
Okay.
villain. You know what? I think it was from the movie. I want to say it was like a McDonald's toy that they had because of the movie, where it was like the fucking morpher, but you open it up and it had the different. I could be completely wrong, and that this was just a toy from something else, but it had like the different like little power chips or whatever they're called, power coins,
Mm.
and you could just like. You had to stack them in there so it actually like it wasn't just like loose in there, but it's like okay, I'm gonna take them out and then just put whatever in there and then have this one as the top one, or maybe it was like 3 of them only and they were like double sided, so it was just like because it was 6 Rangers at the time, and I think it was like it might have been double sided actually. So I think I always had it on the white the white Power Ranger one. I am like I said, I could be completely off, and that was not the case. It wasn't like an actual McDonald's toy, and it was just something else. But yeah. Okay. Now for me, this week I've been playing a little bit more Destiny 2: Edge of Fate. I started playing Darksiders 1 because of the Darksiders 4 announcement. We'll get more into that later. But on the PC, because, I could download it on the PC, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play it on the PC. So, also, too, because, like, I want to start playing through them again, and Darksiders 3 on the PC is going to actually be in 60 frames. Because if I play it on my Xbox, even on the Series X, it is not. What do you call it? It is not 60 frames, and I really hate that. Okay, actually, yeah, I looked it up. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, it was a movie toy. It's the Power Morpher buckle, whatever. It includes 3 dual-sided power coins. So I was remembering that correctly. Also, actually, too, today I started playing Breath of the Wild again. Well, just more to look at it because now I am officially a Switch 2 owner. And because I am subscribed to the Nintendo Switch Online, whatever, like I could just get the Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't have to actually pay for the upgrade or whatever. And yeah, I was just like, I want to see what this game looks like at 60 frames. And yeah, you know,
Pokemon?
huh?
You try Pokemon also?
Yeah. I also looked at Pokemon. Like I wanted the Violet, right? Yeah, Violet. Because I want to see what it looked like. And yeah, it's, you know. I mean, Devin's talked about it. Like, games need to be 60 frames. Like, yeah. These games being 60 frames should have just been the baseline.
Especially if we're paying that much money.
But I know, yeah, Devin's been a big proponent of, like, games need to stop worrying about... You know what? Actually, funny thing about, like, you know, talking about, like, you know, games need to prioritize, you know, like, performance over graphics a little bit or whatever. I was watching the Duskbloods trailer earlier today. I was like, you know what? I just want to see this trailer. I haven't watched it since that announcement or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, this game doesn't look bad on the, you know, YouTube compression and all that stuff makes it look a little worse. But I'm like, man, I mean, obviously a lot of that has to do with art design. And FromSoft knows what the fuck they're doing when it comes to art. But I'm just like, yeah, I'm hoping the game is going to be 60 frames. I really don't know. They seem to be prioritizing frame rate now, so a lot. Yeah. That's a game I really cannot wait for. Just got to wait till...
Well, you have to.
Yeah, I know. Sometime next year.
We'll be playing it, right?
But yeah, now I'm officially a Switch 2 owner. I'm ready for Legends ZA. Oh, shut the hell
That's
up.
crazy. I went to Target earlier today, and there's like fucking like 12 Switches just sitting there. Switch 2s?
Yeah, they're pretty easy to get now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch now. I think one of my Fred Meyers did.
Like online, they don't sell out like online like instantly anymore. Like you could, like I don't know, not like you can go on like any retailer's website at any time, but like I don't know if you get a notification from one of those people who follow them, like they're available for like 6 hours after they find stuff. Like
yeah,
the resale market's not there for them anymore.
Yeah.
I made a few bucks off reselling them, so I'm good.
This guy. You and your selling stuff online. Whatever. I don't know. All right, then. Let's go ahead and get into the news. Actually, you know what? Let's start off with this funny story that has to do with McDonald's and Switch. Or Switch 2, anyway. So, I don't know if I want to like laugh at this because it's funny or maybe a little sad, you know, because of the state of American like health or whatever. I don't know. So someone 3D printed a like holder for the Joy-Con holder that you can also hold McDonald's fries. And obviously this has gone viral because of, well, duh, it's the internet. But yeah, let me see. Oh, there's like a quote with everything from the people that are making it. Okay, it's a file that you could download from MakerWorld. Yeah, level up your snacking game. Oh, there we go. Yeah, level up your snacking game with Game of Fries. I can't believe. Okay, the ultimate way to game with fries on the side. Yeah, exclaims the creator. And who charitably uploaded the 3D print file to MakerWorld for free. So, if you got a 3D printer and you want a McDonald's looking, McDonald's branded fry holder for your Joy-Con that also holds the Joy-Cons or whatever. The Game of Fries.
Mm-hmm. There we go. If you're, kind of really like McDonald's and want to play a game, bro.
I would
Get those
never.
get that
like-
greasy shit on your
Yeah.
controller. On your
Yeah,
$95
fucking-
controller.
Yeah. Get crazy stick drift even quicker with McDonald's grease on your on your Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I mean, I would never get that, yeah, because honestly, yeah, like eating and getting like grease on your controllers, yeah.
Yeah, I refuse to eat while I play video games. Like,
I'll eat while playing video games, but I only will eat stuff that I can like use a fork. Like if I have to eat like
yeah,
a burger
I guess,
or something,
yeah, like,
no,
yeah, no, yeah, anything
that's,
hand.
I don't
that got to
do it
put my
that often
hand on.
anyway.
Yeah. Cause yeah, the shit's expensive, and I want like fucking grease getting all up on my fucking controller.
I do like look, yeah,
But-
I do get certain like
It's a
like a
fun-
burger or something, but yeah.
Yeah, like it's a fun novelty idea. Like if you have a 3D printer, yeah, like I don't know if you got that shit lying around, but like I don't know. I feel like having a 3D printer around is a pretty big luxury to have.
You know what? Actually, one of my coworkers, his wife has a 3D printer. I wonder if I could get her to maybe print one out for me. I just want to see what it looks like. She does a lot of little like she makes like pen tops or whatever. So she just does smaller stuff. I might have to look into that just to see what it's like. See what it. Yeah. So yeah, if you really want to eat McDonald's fries and play your Donkey Kong Bonanza or Mario Kart World, there you go. Ooh, that one came out right away. Okay, let's go from one controller thing to another. This is another quick story right here. PlayStation now has given an official name to its fight stick. It's called the Flex Strike. Yeah, it's a fight stick. It's got the PlayStation 5, color design, all that stuff. If you're big into, I mean, what is it called again? The Marvel Tocone?
Evo.
No, Marvel Tocone Fighting Souls or whatever it's called. Like, you were just talking about it before we actually started the podcast. Like, oh, maybe you wanted to play the beta, but you were making a joke. But hey, that game's coming out soon.
JJ was making a joke.
Yeah, JJ. That's what I mean. JJ. I meant to say JJ. But hey, that game's gonna come out soon. There's a fighting stick if you want it for your PlayStation. For anyone who is gonna end up getting that game on the PlayStation, I may look into getting it on the PC. So I don't know. I mean, you guys aren't gonna buy one of these, right? So
I don't know.
yeah, I just wanted to get that out there because talk about it a little bit because as far as I know, Microsoft doesn't do one, right? Xbox doesn't have one.
I don't think so.
I thought it was like some random fucking third party that does it.
I think they just have third.
random
Yeah,
one.
they just do have third parties do it. So, all right. Let's go ahead and move. Devin, you're of the three of us. You're the bigger fan, right, of Splinter Cell?
I don't know. Probably not.
I thought it was you. I don't know.
Well, it might be JJ.
Might be JJ. Is it you, JJ? I don't remember. Whatever. So the Netflix series that I honestly forgot that Netflix was doing a Splinter Cell series. I guess it's called Splinter Cell Death Watch. That's how much I'm paying attention to that. Anyways, yeah. So the creator of the show, Derek Kolstad, wait a minute, Derek Kolstad, isn't he the guy who does he either wrote or maybe did some directing for the John Wick series. I want to say he's done stuff with the John Wick series. Anyways, I guess he was recently talking about the show, and he said that Sam Fisher is not the best at what he does. It's kind of gotten a little bit like I've seen some like uproar a bit on the internet about it because, there's like even a Games Radar, I think, Games Radar article saying that he's like doing a character assassination of Sam Fisher and everything by saying that. And I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. That's why I thought it was going to be you, Devin, but I don't know. I don't play the
No, I
Splinter
mean,
Cell game, so.
I played Conviction, but I don't think I ever beat it. I mean, I don't know. It was a good series. Like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Just gotta wait and see, man. You said Netflix, right?
Well, yeah, it's Netflix, so I don't have a lot of faith. Netflix kind of they just release whatever. I mean, I guess they did the...
What if
was
they
it called?
gender ban Sam Fisher? It's a girl. It's a woman.
Can you imagine? And they'll still call her Sam Fisher. Like, oh, it's
Yeah, 'cause
Samantha Fisher. Oh, my God. I could totally see that happening.
That sounds like a Netflix MO, dude.
I love that meme of, like, where it's like, oh, the book or whatever it is. And it's like a white character or something like that. And then it's like artist, fan art. And it's like still the character looks a little different, but it's like still a white character. And it's like, oh, Netflix adaptation. It's like it's just a black person. Like, that's like the running joke. That they just do that all the time. I mean, Netflix, whether they do that or not, Netflix just kind of makes a lot of crap shows. That's crap shows and movies. So there's some good stuff here and there, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of
like Wednesday is good.
I think
I
Wednesday.
absolutely do not care enough for that. Have you seen Jenna Ortega? Like pictures of her lately? She did that. What do they call it? Buccal fat or whatever. Like they get rid of the fat from the cheeks. She looks like a fucking skeleton now. It looks weird. I think the chick from the boys did that. The one that Erin Moriarty's the actress. Yeah, I think the actress's name is Erin Moriarty. Like they look weird, man. I'm like, don't go the fucking Mickey Rourke route and start trying to look like that. It didn't work for Mickey Rourke. It's not going to work for you. I don't know how. Man.
I don't know. I can't find. I just see like pictures of her like four. But again, maybe I'm just not looking too far into it.
Yeah, it got shared. It's been shared a lot over the past few days on Twitter. Like, I don't know, man. These celebrities doing like work on themselves, like they all do it, like dudes and women, and they end up like looking weird, like later on. I hate like all the work that gets done, that they just get done.
Maybe they're not doing it for you. They're doing it for themselves. Have you thought about that?
If they're doing it for themselves, that's fucking sad.
If they want to, whatever people want to do.
They want to
as long
look
as
like
they're not hurting
mutants,
other
that's
people,
on them.
I don't care. I don't really care what other people do with their bodies. As long as it's not affecting me, I don't care.
It's affecting my eyes. Anyways, all right. Let's go ahead and move to the next thing. All right. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Looks like the release date might have been leaked. This isn't official, and it was from the Xbox app, so that seems to make it a little bit more official. Obviously, it's not showing that now, but for a little bit, the Xbox app was showing it as September 29th of this year. That's also they just announced that the Mortal Kombat trilogy is going to be part of the Legacy Collection. So, I mean, that's actually pretty cool, I think, because the Mortal Kombat trilogy game is one of my favorites of the Mortal Kombat game. But yeah, so September 29th. I mean, if that's true, you guys looking forward to it, or?
Fuck no.
Damn. Devin, no.
I don't know. I still like. I never even finished like the campaign for Mortal Kombat, like the most recent one that came out. Like I don't know. I'd rather have another Injustice game.
You know, why have we not got another Injustice game? Like, when did that last one come out? It came out in 2017? Is it really been that long? Jesus.
Times pass when it does. Dude. Yeah, that's crazy though.
That's
Ages
crazy.
ago.
I would have been like, oh, it's probably been like 4 or 5 years since Injustice 2. 2017? Come on, guys. Let us get an Injustice 3. What
Yeah,
the
so I think that's
fuck?
part of me. Like I don't know. I'd rather instead of just getting all these same like Mortal Kombat. Like let's give me an Injustice.
Yeah. Ah, man, that's... I'm like just thinking about that. So, I don't know. Okay. I mean, if you're excited like me, Mortal Kombat, possibly September 29th, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I actually am very much looking forward to playing some of those older games again. But yeah. Damn, we're kind of going through these smaller stories pretty quick. Here's another one we'll probably get through quickly. So the CEO during the recent, what was it, like an investor meeting or something like that? Earnings call. During their quarter one's earnings call, CEO Andrew Wilson, EA's CEO, teased a possible return of the college basketball games. You know? I don't know if that's a good idea for them to try and get back into basketball games.
I don't know, but people love fucking college football.
No, look. People like college sports. Like, even college basketball is super popular. Maybe even a little bit more popular than, like, NBA. I don't know why college sports is just, like, that popular compared to, you know, the professional sports. The professional side or whatever. But yeah. So, I mean, like, them bringing it back, yeah, that's probably very exciting for a lot of people. For me, I'm just like, first off, it's a college game. Like, I'm not going to play a college basketball game. But, like, the last, like, what, 3 or 4 attempts? I think it's 3. That EA has had when it comes to, I think it's 4, actually. Like, when it, you know, remember when they were changing it from NBA Live to NBA Elite? And then there was, like, a demo, and it was broken. And so they just canceled the fucking thing, like, right when it was going to come out. Like, that wasn't, like, an isolated incident. They tried to keep bringing the game back, and it was just, like, no good. I think the last one came out was, like, was NBA Live 19. They went back to just calling it NBA Live. Like, they don't, you know, their games have not ran well. So they just don't. I don't know. I want to say maybe because, like, this might have been at the time when they were trying to have everybody use the Frostbite engine. So maybe that kind of fucked it up. But yeah. No, I'm looking at it. They used the Ignite engine for NBA Live 19. And it still didn't run well. Don't know why. Huh. The engine's only been around... Oh, wow. It didn't even go past 2020. So they only had it around for 7 years? 2013 to 2020? Huh. Interesting. So, yeah. I don't know. You guys got anything to add?
I don't think college basketball needs to come back, just for the simple fact that like with like college basketball now, like you don't know any of the players that are there, because like with college basketball, you're there for a year, and then all the star players just go to the NBA. So like I don't think you really need like a college basketball, like college football, like those guys stay there 3 to 4 years. Like you get to know them a little bit, but like I don't know, like I know when I watch like March Madness, like no one pays attention to college basketball throughout the year. Like people only care about March Madness. Like it's not like it's not like back in the day where Jordan's at North Carolina for 3 years and stuff like that, where you have like these star athletes like that you're like I don't know. I just think it's not really needed, just from the simple fact that the landscape of college basketball has changed. But
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
no, that makes sense. Yeah, because I know. Yeah, they.
you're there for a year, and then sometimes with college, like with people that go draft in the NBA, they're not always like playing college basketball. They're playing overseas, like Nikola Jokic. He didn't go to fucking college here. It's not like you could have. It's not like we missed out on playing as Nikola Jokic in NCAA basketball. We didn't miss out playing as Giannis in college basketball.
There's
They're
also
playing
like
overseas.
there's also like NBA has like the well no actually they just nixed it, but like they have the what was it called, the G League Ignite, where it was like players that it was like either they didn't go to college or they went to college and then decided not to go into the draft. They could go into that and then get drafted. Because, like, there was, like, what's the name of that guy? He plays for the Blazers. Scoot Henderson? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was part of that G League Ignite program. Like, I think he didn't go to college. I think that's what it was. So he played in the G League and then, went in and then got drafted, 2-3 years ago or whatever it was. So, like, yeah, no, I think you're right on that. Like, with the way, all these, like, young guys can just, like, I'm going to play overseas, or I'm only in college for a year, or I did this, like, yeah, you're right about the names that would be, yeah. I mean, yeah, because when you mentioned, like, Nikola Jokic and, like, all these players, like, yeah, the NBA, the basketball is such like a worldwide sport, whereas like, yeah, it makes more sense for like a college football game because it's so like just centralized to here in the United States. So, yeah, maybe it's just even more like, do you really need to make a college basketball game? Maybe they see like some potential, but I don't know. All right, you guys got anything else on that?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Hideo Kojima, I guess. I don't know if he was. It was a fan interaction where he talked about that the games or whatever, just in general. The main thing in this, it looks like it was an interview. I'm trying to find it. I don't know why there's no article here. Whatever. The main takeaway from all this that I'm trying to say, whatever. Hideo Kojima's not going to be playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. Jesus. Why is there no article? And, yeah, I just think that's kind of interesting. That he's... Here you go. I finally found the article. It was a Eurogamer interview. Stupid. I fucking hate Twitter sometimes. Yeah. I mean, the way things, between him and Konami ended, you think that, I mean, he's still kind of bitter about it, right? That would make sense?
No
Sounds
shit.
like it's still better.
I mean, like, to be like, yeah, I'm not going to play that. Like, just to be like, no, I have, like, he has no desire to play it. It's obviously it's his baby and everything, but it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, probably busy doing all this other shit.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he probably seems as like a slight on his, you know, his work that he did.
that's probably true too.
If it's a remake, I mean, then that means like it's like, oh, so the thing that I didn't do was good. Like like you guys have to remake it. 'Cause it's good enough.
Just cash grab, just remaking the game because look at Capcom's remaking all the Resident Evil games, and it just makes me think.
Like honestly, I know that we had like, was it? It was like a little bit toward the 360 generation, but it was really in the Xbox One or 360 PS3, and then more in the Xbox One PS4 generation. We had like a pretty good amount of like remasters. Like I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, we start seeing like another. I mean, obviously the main one's really Capcom, but like I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing like another, like, what's the word? What's like boom of like remakes and remasters of games. It just with all these current consoles and everything right now, like it just makes more sense. Probably not as much work as a whole new game, and there's enough. Maybe depending on the franchise, there's enough of a fan base that's like, I want to play this game again. If you prettied it up and sold it to me again, I'll buy it. I mean, like, I was just talking about this actually with my brother, because the Switch 2 has that, the GameCube stuff, the GameCube on it, the games for the Switch Online. And I was like, oh, I'm playing a little bit of the Wind Waker because I want to see what it's like. But I'm like, yeah, but it's not the best version. And I'm just like, if they were like, oh, here's that Wind Waker HD, and it's remastered or whatever for the Switch 2, I would buy it. Because I want to play Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. And I know they had them on the Wii U, but yeah. I think it makes more sense too for all these companies to be doing all the remakes and remasters, just because like we seem to be getting to a point now where the console makers are like, yeah, we're gonna try and keep your game library going through the next iteration of consoles.
Cash grab. We all like a lot of don't like newer games, so we want to go back to the older game for nostalgia reasons.
Yeah, that's
because we're like, oh, we love these games. They're awesome when we were little. And like sometimes like I couldn't beat this game, whatever. But then it's like, and we also think like, oh, we like this game because it was so good back then, because there wasn't cash grab of like microtransactions and other shit. It is what it is. It's made the game for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Or people are, unless we were using this to like, let's see if people want a new, game, and like, okay, they bought the remastered or remakes, and let's just, well, I guess remakes are kind of like new games, kind of, just a different term, but like maybe remasters, they're gonna obviously try to like, okay, maybe let's look into maybe making another one, like in the series or something. I don't know.
I also think that another reason why I think companies will want to do this, there are some, if they can get people from the original team that made those games. I know there's been a few games where it's like, yeah, there were things we wanted to do we couldn't do, or we cut out of the game. Now we put it back in. Like, they kind of did that with Gears of War Ultimate Edition, because there's that. It's on the PC. It was on the PC version originally. I don't know if it was supposed to be part of the original Xbox 360 release or whatever, but like they had that whole part where you fight like a Brumac and all that stuff, and then it was in the Ultimate Edition. So there's things like that. I know I've seen other where it's like, oh yeah, we really wanted to do this, and we did it in the remake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. Maybe it's like, oh, we just couldn't do it because of technology or something, or some of the older games.
Like, I keep saying it, man. I would love a Xenogears remake. So, and if they got the original team, so they could just finish what they had, because that game, infamously, they could not finish it, so they just rushed the ending. And I would love to play that, see what their vision was.
Mm.
All right. Oh, I know you guys are gonna like this next one.
Prove it.
Pixar didn't happen.
So Battlefield 6. That's coming out this year, right? I don't remember the release date. Anyways,
October 10th.
it's October 10th. Okay. So,
Who's keep dragging? Who's keeping dragging?
yeah, I know you're more
No,
excited
not
about
JJ.
it, JJ. Like, you seem to be super excited about it. I'm not as
It's fucking
excited.
hype. It's fucking hype as fuck, bro.
Look,
It's hype as shit, bro.
I'm not as excited because, like, I didn't like Battlefield 1, I didn't like Battlefield 5, and 2042 was, like, so bad at launch that it's I have a sour taste in my mouth for Battlefield games. I haven't really enjoyed one since 4, so.
This looks like 4. Streamers, when I was watching, literally says 4. It looks amazing as shit.
So, I mean, if it's there, man, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah. But, yeah, I know that this, yeah, for you guys specifically, honestly, like, this doesn't matter to me, but I know you guys are going to be like, hell yeah. So, once again, the CEO of EA, Andrew Wilson, he said Battlefield 6 is going to be $70. He said, quote unquote, company is not looking to make any dramatic changes in pricing for frontline games, which seems to suggest that Battlefield is going to be $70. So he didn't like outright say it, but yeah, they're not looking to like, oh yeah, we're gonna release $80. I think honestly they probably wanted to, but they saw like, you know, the whole backlash with Borderlands 4, and then Microsoft coming out saying like, yeah, you know what, we're not gonna sell, what do you call it, for $80. So they just said, yeah, we can't be the quote unquote first company to actually sell an $80 game that's not Nintendo, because that's not going to go over well.
Well, that and the last Battlefield was terrible, so they can't really just do
Yeah.
that.
Not only that, one of the developers said, quote unquote, I don't think when it comes to skins, like crossover skins in Battlefield, says, I don't think it needs Nicki Minaj. Let's keep it real, keep it grounded. So they're looking to stick with the gritty realism for Battlefield 6. So looks like we're not going to see SpongeBob anytime soon or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an outrageous character. So yeah,
I think the only skins that they would have is literally weapon skins, I think, to be honest.
they'll probably do
I think
that.
weapon skin's not even that bad.
I know that
to be
they're going to
honest,
do like
skins.
weapon charms, because I saw like in the Phantom Edition or whatever it's called, they have like weapon charms and stuff. So like, yeah.
Well, I think like they do that shit for like EA with like Apex. You have like all the fucking those are weapon charms and shit, right? So like just put on your guns or some bullshit. Not really anything
yeah.
crazy.
When it comes to the pricing, I mean, regardless, I don't really care, because at some point, even if I, like me and Devin, one of us doesn't buy it at launch, it's going to be on Game Pass at some point because of the EA Play. So, like, I'll be able to play it regardless. But also, like, when it comes to the crossover skins, that doesn't bother me too much. Like, yeah, I thought that it was, like, ridiculous with Call of Duty and everything, but, like companies are going to follow trends. Like, that's what they do. Like, there's a reason Warzone exists with Call of Duty, and even though, yeah, they still make mainline Call of Duty games, regular Call of Duty games, there's a reason they have so much focus with the Warzone, because Fortnite and PUBG were so popular. And there's a reason you have all these crossover skins in Warzone and Call of Duty, because Fortnite, you know? Like, the thing that people, you know, the people on Twitter, the quote-unquote, I guess you could say more hardcore gamer, I don't know, like, yeah, we're all going to look at it and be like, what the fuck is this? This is ridiculous. But, like, the casuals love that shit. The people who play Fortnite, people who just play Warzone, stuff like that. They
Well,
go
fuck,
ahead.
we were talking about that earlier in the thingy. Fucking Power Ranger skins and like,
Yeah,
like
but-
Spartan skins. Like,
but,
bro,
like-
some people gonna buy that shit.
But
bro.
every time that you and, like, when you and I talk about skins, like, look at the type of skins that we are into. It's clearly geared toward us. Well, I don't know. Maybe you might like the Nicki Minaj skin or whatever, but, like, I'm never gonna care about, like, oh, I could play as Nicki Minaj. I could play as Snoop Dogg. Didn't Fortnite have, what's her fucking name again? That white broad.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, Bruno Mars, dude, right now. Like I said, they have Dead Mouse ready coming out soon.
I don't care about those like people.
Oh, I care about Dead Mouse, bro.
Or like Seth Rogen in Call of Duty. That like I don't care about that kind of stuff. Like a Beavis and Butthead, you know, those skins I cared more about because I'm a Beavis and Butthead fan. But like, look at that, like that. That's clearly like toward people who might be kind of older, like me. You know, stuff like that.
In their 70s.
Fuck you. Yeah, but when you're getting into things like, yeah, having like Nicki Minaj and all that, that's for the more like, you know, casual masses and everything. That's not for you and I. That's for them. So, yeah, I think that's why I'm not so bothered about it. Like, I do think it's stupid. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not gonna like. It just doesn't get to me like that because I'm like, I understand it. I don't know. When it comes to these kinds of things, I understand the business side of all this shit. Like, that's why I'm never going to be like, oh, this sucks. Why do they have to do that? Because I'm like, there's like nothing we could do about it because it's just, I've said so many times, you know, all the people who complain about like the Switch 2 pricing, you know, of $450 or $500 for Mario Kart, the Mario Kart bundle, like, what all your complaining online does nothing because, and we're actually talk about it in a bit. We'll probably talk about it next then, but like the Switch is at what 6 million units right now sold.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we'll just do as a combination now. But yeah, I'll add this in there. The Switch 2 is at 6 million units in like 7 weeks now since its release. So like, these types of things, you know, that could be considered unpopular to like the quote unquote hardcore gamer, they don't mean shit to the fucking casuals. They don't, because they're going to buy it no matter what. They're gonna play it no matter what. It's just like, fuck. I mean, actually, we'll talk about another thing that has to do with this too. Whatever, with like, you know, something recently with Sony fanboys and that PlayStation job listing or whatever. You know, they're like crying about exclusives matter. You're going to screw over your fan base because you might want to go third party and release PlayStation games on Xbox and da 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 da. Like you're killing your brand. Like, no, they're not killing their brand. They're making more money. The companies do what they're gonna do to make more money. And like if that's the thing too. If Battlefield, they start like dipping their toes in it and they're like, shit, we're making a lot of money on it, I think they'll do it too. They'll be like, yeah, we're releasing you know,
Call of Duty did say they were gonna like, well, when they were making the Black Ops 6, and like, okay, none of the skins will transfer over to the new Call of Duty. Like, we kind of want to kind of just lean it back, kind of go more grounded. And like the first skin that came out was a girl wearing like a full metal armor shooting a dragon out of her fucking mouth or some shit. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, I even got a fucking shark skin. Like, my dude's right up here is a fucking shark.
Mm-hmm.
Like King Shark. Like, that's it. That's like the only skin I bought in Black Ops 6. Like, I was just playing as a shark. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, they just said that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't know. These things don't bother me because, like,
besides Battlefield, I think it's gonna be very good. If they keep it like that, listen to the player base, because they already have like their own Forge mode, like fucking Halo. Free BR mode too. It's even harder. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
That's the thing too. I'm like, when it comes to Battlefield, like I've been, man, I remember like, and I'm still not like a quote unquote like bigger Call of Duty fan or whatever over Battlefield, but I remember like when Bad Company 2 was out, I was like, oh yeah, fuck Call of Duty, this is what it's all about. Like, dude, Bad Company 2 was just, Jesus, man. Like, we'll never get that peak again, and I understand that we'll never get that peak again. I know people will be like, well, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 better. not to me, man. Like Bad Company 2 was just so good. I get like the bigger scale in 3 and 4 and all that stuff, but I think I liked the thing when it came to 3 and 4 that kind of was kind of a disappointment for me was that because they went so big in their scale, that the destructible environments kind of suffered a bit for it, even though they had them there. And like they did, like I know it was Battlefield 4, right? They had their like Levolution or whatever it was called, where it's like, oh, it was kind of
Like
scripted events.
one build, yeah.
Yeah.
The one building gets destroyed, like
So
that
I
big
know they had
skyscraper
that.
like breaks half the map, kind of.
But I loved in like Bad Company 2, you'd go in and it's like a small little town or village or whatever it was, and like by the end of the match, like everything was leveled, like it was just like done, like everything was destroyed. I liked that, but that's me. I know I'm not. I could possibly be in the minority and everything, but yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably.
Anyways, yeah, like when it comes to all the $70 in skins, what is your guys' thoughts? Or more thoughts on it?
Price is good.
Um,
I'm buying it anyway.
yeah.
Don't give a fuck. And skins, like I'm glad the skins aren't gonna be too crazy. Like I said, like I feel like it hopefully should be just be weapon skins, to be honest. That's it. Nothing too crazy. That'd be my opinion.
I mean, Devin, I guess none of this shit really matters too much to you anyway, because it's not like you buy skin. You are literally the guy who always plays as the default like soldier guy. That's the funny part.
Hell yeah.
I've always laughed
That's what
at
everyone
that.
should do.
Well, no, because like,
We're about to be doing that in fucking Battlefield 6.
well, no. The reason I like, for me, it's funny because like I remember like, remember what was it, Modern Warfare 2, where we were playing a lot of the Warzone, and
Okay.
you and me, JJ, were over here. I think I was playing as Spawn or Homelander or something. Were you playing as Lilith?
Yes.
I
That
think
is an Arya.
And then-
One of the. Yeah,
And then Devin is the default like soldier dude. Like it just looks so funny. And then like if we happen to play like
no, I was also a Gundam. I was a fucking Gundam too.
yeah, and then I played as Spawn as well. Like we're playing as these crazy characters, and Devin's just like soldier guy. Like I'm a soldier. Yeah.
Where the fuck am I?
That was always just like funny to me because like Devin was clearly like I'm no. This is
No, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. I think it's more gonna be so many crazy shit. Maybe weapons, maybe vehicle skins, maybe. But still, like I don't know, man. It'd be hard to see that shit. To see somebody's skin. I guess it's COD. It's like a 6v6 map, so it's easy to see the skin over and over again. You're facing like 64 plus fucking players, and you get sniped across the map or something, get blown the fuck out of the sky in a helicopter. You can't really see your fucking skin.
I do like I am like I don't want to say hopeful, but I'm like I do want it to be like yes, this is good, and it brings me back to that like at least that Battlefield 3 maybe not Battlefield 4 because I don't think I played a lot of Battlefield 4 compared to Bad Company 2 and 3, but yeah. Specifically, I played a lot of Battlefield 3 because that was like when it was... I was more excited because like I actually went to the E3 where they like revealed or did the bigger unveiling of the Xbox One, and they had like a gameplay trailer for Battlefield 3 there, and I remember I was like, damn, I gotta get this game. So that kind of got me like, oh, I'm gonna get it. But yeah, if it can take me back to that, or like that Battlefield 3 feeling, I'll be happy. But yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk about this because we did mention it. So yeah, that Switch 2 thing that I had mentioned. So 6 million units in 7 weeks. It's It's I think we talked about it last week, but it continues to be that it's the biggest launch in any for any video game system like ever. Or no, this I think now is just worldwide. This now puts it as worldwide the biggest video game console launch ever. So yeah, Switch 2 is popular, which you guys had said like it's kind of easy to find them now. I'm like, that's kind of odd to me that it's selling as much, but maybe I guess they really wanted to make sure that they were stocking the fuck out of these things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to kind of counteract the scalpers and stuff a little bit. If they just keep making a whole bunch, just sending them out. Like the Fred Meyer's is close by. I think I've seen it like restocked like 3 or 4 times. In the Target, it's like I said today, there's like almost like 12 fucking consoles just sitting there, and it was like 6:30 p.m. So it's not like I went there early in the morning and it's got a fresh restock.
I don't know. I think this is just lends more to that whole thing I'm saying. I'm like, when people want to buy something, it doesn't matter. Because I've seen a lot of people just like, I mean, it's obviously like fanboys of whether they're Xbox fanboys or, PlayStation fanboys. They're kind of talking shit about this. That like, why are people buying it? Like, it has no games, stuff like that. I'm like, no,
Oh, no,
if somebody
new console
wants
with no
something.
game. Ooh.
But it's like if somebody wants something, they're gonna buy it. Doesn't matter that I guess technically it only has like 2 games, if you really want to be like technical of like what's on it. But it's like that's not gonna matter. If somebody wants the console, they're gonna buy it. Like they're gonna get it. It's just like you guys. Like I mean, yeah, Devin, you've been able to play Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza now, but like,
Yeah.
you wanted it. Like, in the end, you wanted the Switch 2. So, like, even if you had to probably wait a little longer, you probably would have bought it, right? Like,
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted Donkey Kong, and I knew I was gonna get it on launch. I wasn't too worried about it. I'm really good at getting systems, so. But yeah, I knew I was gonna get it.
yeah. But
And like Donkey Kong has been worthwhile. That's been a good game. Like it's been really good.
I kind of now I do kind of want to play it. Like I have Mario Kart World, but but I'm not a Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart World's not that great.
Well, I'm not a Mario Kart fan, so like, yeah, like, I mean, cool. I have Mario Kart World, but I kind of wish that it wasn't a digital code because I would have sold that bitch. I would have sold it. If it came with like a physical copy, I would have sold that bitch. But, yeah. All right. Let me see. I don't know. You guys, any other thoughts on Switch 2?
Nope.
All right. Fuck. All right. Now we're starting to get into some more meatier. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about this one because I know this one. Especially Devin's gonna be like, these guys are stupid. All right. So, Warner Brothers, specifically Warner Brothers Montreal, they're hiring for development of a new live service game.
Great. With a Batman or like with a superhero game too. Not even just like another live service game.
Yeah, it's based on DC Comics thing. Yeah. I don't even know, man. Like,
It's like, oh, the Suicide Squad was so good. Let's do another one. It's just like, oh my god. Like, it's not what we want. We just want more Arkham games. That'd be great. Like,
I don't understand. The thing is, like, we talked about this obviously, like when it came out that Suicide Squad was a failure. Suicide Squad was a failure, yet Hogwarts Legacy, the year it came out, was the highest selling game, and it was a single player game. It was the biggest game that year.
with no microtransactions and no, like, daily quests. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and so like, it's just odd to me that even after all that, they're still like, nope. You know what we need to do is make another live service game. That's what we need to do.
And after you just canceled, like, the Wonder, like, I don't know, like, and it's, again, like, you canceled the Wonder Woman game. And, like, yeah, maybe that one was, like, too far gone, you know, like, wasn't good enough. But, or whatever the reason was why you, like, canceled that. And it's just, like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense of, like, what they decided to cancel and keep.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. I'm just like, I get that you know, there's money to be made in live service games because, you know, microtransactions, you can have, you know, the season passes, and, you know, the hope or the thinking is that that game retains a player base for however long it retains that player base. And obviously their hope is that for the life of the game and all that stuff. But it's not like to me, it would have made more sense if, like, Hogwarts Legacy was never a thing. And, like, they made Suicide Squad and it bombed. It's like, okay, I see what they're doing. They're going to just try it again. But they literally had a game that was a single-player experience that sold better than every other game that year. And the game, not only was it, you know, based on a DC, you know, property, it was made by a studio that, like, everyone, you know, at least at one point was like, everyone loved that studio, Rocksteady. And it still failed because it wasn't what people wanted. Especially, that's the thing. Maybe if they were like, oh, we're just going to make a live service game and that's it. Like, we'll roll our eyes, you know, and like, they're trying this again, whatever. But it's like, it's based on a DC Comics thing. Like, they're trying it again. Another comic book, you know, live service game.
Like, it didn't work for those superheroes, but let's get another study.
Yeah.
Total. Dude, DC rivals, dude. You're welcome.
And also, too, yeah, like Devin said it, we want more Arkham games. Like, that's the other thing, too. Like, there's clearly history showing that, like, this is what people want. They don't want Suicide Squad. You know, actually, the thing is, too, I think if Suicide Squad was like the Gotham Knights game, I don't think it would have been as poorly received. I think people would have been like, yeah, it's okay, but, you know, blah, 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 blah. But the live service stuff really was, like, unpopular with that. And so to, like, go at it again when it didn't work? I just... These dudes are fucking nuts. And I like, I don't know. It's safe to assume this one's probably going to be a failure too, right?
I
mean-
don't want it to be a failure because then people are out of their
Yeah.
jobs and shit like that. But
No, I'm not saying we want it to be, but I'm saying like I don't have high hopes for this to work, because even if I think the thing is, even if this is a good game, that people have such bad taste in their mouths from recent WB Games stuff, whether it's Suicide Squad being bad, or closing Monolith, canceling the Wonder Woman game, that people are gonna be like, yeah, I don't care, I'm not buying this shit. And yeah, for them to for WB Games to start getting more of that goodwill back, it needs to be like single player stuff. And maybe it does need to just be like a straight up Batman game again. Like, here's just a Batman game, guys. Love us, please. Yeah, I just... yeah, this is a bad idea.
It's a very bad idea.
But it's that thing too. Like, again, I understand where they're coming from, but it's just, this is a bad idea. And yeah, WB, like, that's the thing too. Yeah, if it fails, like, yeah, there's gonna be layoffs. Like,
GG no re, man. GG no re.
yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else to add to that?
Nope, just please don't do it. Hopefully they'll see the backlash and just don't do it.
So
That's it.
understanding.
Just
You
don't
see a lot
actually
of you see a lot of single players like pop off, dude, and they're like, nah, it's like a live service game. That's
I
not
think-
what the players want.
Because the thing is, I think you can only get away with doing like live service-y stuff or live service games if their output too was just better. Like, the thing is, like, we got, well, Arkham Origins came out in 2013, and Arkham Knight came out in 2015, right? I want to say 2015, maybe 2016. I don't know. Regardless, like, Suicide Squad came out last year, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, what, nearly a decade between games for Rocksteady.
Yeah.
And WB Montreal, they did Gotham Knights, right?
Yeah.
So, like...
And helped on Suicide Squad a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. So, like, WB Games Montreal did... Like, if I look it up, they did Arkham Origins in 2013. They helped out on Arkham Knight, whatever. But between Arkham Origins, which is 2013, and Gotham Knights, which is 2022, that's a 9-year difference. Like, 9 years between games. And then, like I said, with Arkham Knight coming out in 2015. So it did come out in 2015. And Suicide Squad coming out in 2024. That's 9 years as well. So 9 years between games, and one of them's a... Wait, does it have online co-op, Gotham Knights?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you can do.
yeah, it's like 4 players, right?
Yeah, so one of them's just like which, that one was apparently clearly was being made to be a live service game, and then they just kind of canned that, but there's still stuff there with, like, getting, like, better gear and all that stuff, and it's got the online component. And then, yeah, Suicide Squad is just a straight up, like, trying to be like a Destiny clone. You can't have 9 years between games and this is what you give. Like, if they were developing games at a more consistent rate, where they were like, oh, here's like let's...
I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be like a Damian Wayne fucking game in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of games that got
Yeah.
canceled. There was a different Suicide Squad game that was canceled.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Ton
let's
of games
let's
that they
say in an alternate dimension,
fucked up.
They still release these games, Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, and even Gotham Knights is a live service game. But in between those games, you know, Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight, and those games, yeah, we got like a Robin game, you know, a Damian Wayne game or
Yeah.
whatever, and a Wonder
But
Woman
you can
game, and a
you
Superman
can literally
game.
get Suicide Squad for $7. Right?
Yeah. If there was games like that in between, people would have been like, you know what, it's fine. I don't like this, but I could go play this game. But when your output is you have Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight, and then for so many, like between Arkham Knight and Gotham Knights, that's 7 years. It's, yeah, you get the single player Batman game, and then you have a co-op, like, superhero game, and then a live service superhero game. It's not going to go over well. Like, I know I give this company a lot of praise, but like, look at FromSoft. You know, imagine if they went from Dark Souls 3, which came out in 2016, to Elden Ring Night Rain. Or it wasn't called Elden Ring. It was called maybe just Night Rain or whatever. And it's that's clearly like a more live service element kind of game. There's going to be more backlash to it because it's like people want this type of game from this company, and this is the game you're giving us after all these years. You're giving us a live service, like where you're gonna put updates and stuff like that, like, and it's a multiplayer focused game, really. But ever since Dark Souls 3, you know, we've had, you know, Elden Ring, Armored Core. Was Sekiro after Dark Souls 3?
Yes.
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 You know, and then obviously Shadow of the Erdtree. There's been other things that, like, you know what? If someone comes out and it's like, Elden Ring Night Rain comes out and someone's like, you know what? This isn't my type of game. I don't want to play a multiplayer game from FromSoft. That's fine. I'll just go back to playing Elden Ring, or I'll play Armored Core, or all this other stuff. Yeah, there needs to be like more variety in all this stuff, but yeah, I just I don't know. In the end, yeah, like, fuck, another live service game after the last one did so well.
We would love a new Batman Arkham game.
Like
Specifically, if you could make one in the Batman Beyond style,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing. They're like, best we can do is another live service game, and you're like, God damn it! Like, just give us. And the thing is, it's like, I don't know, that there people, because like obviously like live service, you look at it and you're like, oh man, if we can make the next like Fortnite, you know, live service game where we get season passes, we can make all this money. The chances are you're not going to do that. Why not just make a bunch of Hogwarts Legacies where you make a single player game where you get all the money up front rather than a free to play game, which I don't even know if your game would be free to play, but it's like, get all the money up front of a really good game that people are willing to pay, and then you give them downloadable content. Like with Arkham Knight, like, I don't know how much DLC, but like there was a season pass, but like have all the, like, to just make people buy DLC for it. And it's just like, it's okay if you're not on the live service model. Like, you can just make all of your money up front, and I mean, more games are going digital now anyway, so it's not like you're not having to worry about reselling games. I mean, fucking Switch. If you release on the Switch, you can put code in the box. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know. Just look at how much money you made from Hogwarts Legacy, and just be like, oh, if we did that with all these good DC properties that we have, we would make a shit ton of money.
Yep.
Like, it's not that hard. Like, they're just overthinking it.
It's because they're. The thing is, companies are going to go where they think they're going to make the most money. They clearly think
Yeah.
that live service is where they're going to make the most money, but they just need. The thing is, it's ridiculous for them to think that when, for them, it doesn't work. It just did not work.
Yeah.
I know we're talking a lot about this. I'm gonna.
It's like you being a streamer and you're like, I want to be as big as Queso. Probably not going to happen. Like,
You guys in your
set your sights a little bit
queso obsession.
Don't you fucking talk shit about Queso, man.
He's a national treasure.
I would love to have him on the podcast, bro.
My God. All right, let's go ahead and move into. Let's talk about Sony for a while. Let's start this off. This little Sony section or PlayStation section. So some new details have come out about the God of War series for Amazon. Season 1's going to be 10 episodes, which, thank God. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm so tired of shows like, well, let's give you 7 episodes. You know, stuff like that. Please give me 10 episodes. At least. The scripts are still being written. Filming may begin in 2026 at the earliest. Game director Cory Barlog, he's actively involved. Now here's where I'm like, I mean, I knew it. I think they've said it before, but I'm just like, ugh. It's going to adapt the Norse era games and focus on Kratos and Atreus. So, which for me, I'm just
shit, bro. The newest shit, dude.
I mean, like, I'm happy that we're getting a God of War show, but I'm like, I really wanted that Greek era stuff, and it sucks that we're not getting it. Like,
wait, whoa, how did Kratos get? What are those chains? What's the deal with that shit? You know, I can't wait to watch that, like a 10-minute thing, like Halo did for Reach.
Yeah, I mean, but there's just gonna be flashbacks. I would assume.
most likely, they'll just do flashbacks. But see, that's the thing. I hate that. Like, that's how we're gonna get. Like, if that's how we're gonna get his backstory, is that it's just flashbacks. When, like, you could just do, like, I think they could have even done like a truncated version of the Greek saga, and just did it all in one season. You know, where like half the season is worried about him killing Ares, and then the other half of the season he finds, he goes after Zeus, because Zeus betrayed him or some shit. Like, I think they could have even done that. Like, yeah, you're still gonna have to cut out a lot, but I think I would have preferred that a lot more over the, like, well, if they do, which again, most likely they kind of have to as well. Like, most likely they're gonna do this. Like, here's a flashback of like when he, did this, because you could still even do flashbacks to what led up to
Zeus the business.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's upsetting that, like, and again, I understand this type of stuff because, like, that's the popular part of God. Maybe not popular part, but like, it's the most recent, probably the most like well known when it comes to God of War. And yeah, I'm just, I don't know, man. It sucks. I wanted.
Mad.
I wanted.
You're just disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Because yeah, I would have really liked to have seen that Greek stuff in live action.
Yeah, kind of cool, but what are you gonna do, man?
What I tell my kid, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, Devin, I know we've talked about. Obviously, we've talked about the show in more recent episodes and everything, but like, what's your like excitement level at right now?
A 5, I would say.
I'd say, like, I think just doing the new one, just because I think there's a lot more story than that one. Right? Just for like a script wise. For like,
honestly, the thing is,
I mean,
no.
you have what, 6
games.
You have 6 games for his mythology, and it's like, I mean, there's a lot of shit. I mean, you have his brother from like the PSP games that you can talk about in that, and like.
So like, look, okay,
pre God of War 1.
So in God of War 1, it delves into his backstory of what led up to him becoming the Ghost of Sparta. Him showing that, he killed his family, why he, became a servant to Ares, and then, ended up wanting to betray him because Ares tricked him into killing his family. And this is that. They show all that. Yeah, Ares! Yeah, they show all that.
Okay, so that's pretty quick. Okay, that's a small
Hold
story.
on. No, there's a lot.
For that part.
He has to go open Pandora's box.
Yeah, I'm cutting out a lot. I'm still cutting out a lot. But that is just one game. God of War 2, that's why I'm saying you could probably do it in a season. Because God of War 2 is just kind of like, he gets betrayed by Zeus. And then he goes back in time. He goes back in time and he fights the Sisters of Fate. And to like stop his death because he gets killed. That's when he gets the scar on his belly and everything. But like there's the Ghost of Chains of Olympus is the first one, right? Yeah, Chains of Olympus is the first one. And that deals with like just like that one you could probably get rid of because that's just him dealing with like what's her name? It's like Hades' wife, right? She's like they like block out the sun or whatever, so he has to like revive the sun or something. I'm forgetting, and that's the one that has a like, if you're a God of War fan like me and Devin, like where his daughter's holding him and you have to like push her away, and it's a fucking it's a quick time event. So maybe like that one you could kind of cut out, but like Ghost of Sparta deals with like, his brother.
But yeah, I mean like we don't need to get like super deep weeds of all of it, but basically, I mean, there's like 6
I was going to get into
like,
it.
Yeah. Well, I understand, but like for the sake of time and JJ not falling asleep, like we don't need to get into all. The
story of the God of War Norse Saga games is that the first one is like, he needs to go to the highest mountaintop because his wife died, so he could spread her ashes. Then you find out that Atreus is actually Loki by the end of the game, and spoiler alert for whatever, and like there's stuff with Baldur and his mom and all that, but there's really Baldur's Gate, like there's not all that much. And then the next game is just now they're in a war with Odin, and Atreus is rebelling a bit against his father because he wants to stop Ragnarok. There's not that much, actually, when you really look at it, for the Norse Saga games. What it is that there's a lot of character interaction. Obviously, I'm still kind of cutting some stuff out, but, like, the stuff I cut out, still, like, you put that in, there's not that much. There's so much, backstory that in the Greek saga that, like, they're not they're not going to be able to get to everything because they have to do it as flashbacks. I don't know. To me, it's disappointing. Like, super disappointing that this is what we're going to get. And I mean, I knew it, but it's still just like, ugh. Yeah.
That is just because it's the newest one, newest one. People like it's popular, so
that's what I said. It's the newest one. It's what's more in the minds of audiences and everything. So yes, it just
maybe maybe we'll just get a bunch of flashbacks. Who knows?
But all right, let's go ahead and move to this next thing. So Sony is suing Tencent. They are suing them.
Much?
I don't think it says how much they're suing them for, actually. But they're suing Tencent over this video game called Light of Motiram? I don't know how you pronounce this. They're suing them, saying they're calling this game Light of Motiram a slavish clone to the Horizon game. Now, when you look at it, and I might actually just put the pictures in the podcast. When you look at like a screenshot, like I guess this is maybe not like a cover art kind of thing for this light game, and you look at like Horizon, you're like, oh yeah, that looks like Horizon, like the Horizon games. Like it. Apparently, so GameSpot reported that this is part of the lawsuit. Tencent tried to license the Horizon IP, but Sony declined. So then, if that they made this game because of that. Devin, what are you doing?
Sorry, just organizing my cases.
Oh, I'm like, we just hear all that. I just hear all that stuff. I'm like, is he like eating something or?
No, I'll stop here in a second. I was just organizing my game cases.
But yeah, if you look at this like at least like I guess this cover art, yeah, it looks like Horizon.
The Temu version.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just looks. So yeah, Tencent. I don't think they probably don't have a case here. They're probably at best they're just gonna have to settle out and pay something, and I don't know if the game maybe have to cancel the game. I don't know.
Yeah, or just do the fucking what's the game called that just stole the art from that one lady?
Marathon.
Marathon. Just change everything, I guess, right?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. What are you? I don't know. You guys got like some major thoughts on it?
It
I
looked
don't know.
kinda-
Maybe steal it from a better game.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, Horizon's all right, but you could do better. Ah, bless me.
Yeah, bless you indeed.
All right then. Let's just go ahead and move to the next thing. This is the biggest like Sony news for the week. Yeah, I would say this is the biggest Sony news for the week. Even though it's kind of still small, or not small. It's stupid. So last week, we talked about the job listing for multi-platform director, or whatever it was called. I honestly still don't remember what it's called. Well, yeah, that's not gone over well, obviously, with PlayStation fans. So they started emailing Sony, to like get them to stop. And Sony responded, actually. At least to one person, there was a reply. And so here's just the main part, of the email, the reply back. While we continue to explore new ways to grow and evolve the gaming ecosystem, we are committed to preserving the unique identity that PlayStation represents. As we have in the past, we will always listen to feedback from our community, including valued players like you, and ensure that our decisions are aligned with the experiences you expect from PlayStation. Now, I've seen some fans are saying like, "See, look, they're not going to go. They're not going to start releasing single player games on Xbox." But this is corporate speak for like, yeah, they're still going to do it. Because like when you really look at it, if you try to cut through the bullshit or not look at it in a through a PlayStation fanboys like lenses, like yeah, obviously while we continue to explore new ways to grow and evolve the gaming ecosystem, like that's them like possibly wanting to release on other platforms, this and that or whatever. But then saying like we are committed to preserving the unique identity that PlayStation represents. That doesn't mean that like, oh, it's exclusives. To me, that's them, and they have said like they're going to continue doing like narrative-driven single-player games. Like that's their like identity. To me, that's what they're referencing is that they're a single-player narrative-driven, like that's their bread and butter. And again, like our decisions that are ensure that our decisions are aligned with experiences you expect from PlayStation. Again, single player narrative driven games. That doesn't mean that it's gonna stay exclusive. To me, that just that's what they're gonna focus on, but they will release on PC and Xbox and probably Switch as well. So yeah, like I made a video about this, but like it's like I mentioned earlier, when companies see something that they're gonna make money, that's what they're gonna go for, and you know, they're releasing Helldivers 2. This is probably going to be a test for them. Maybe if it does bad, like so bad, if it does poorly, that they'll say like, yeah, no, we're not going to do it. Maybe. But I just don't see that happening. I think Helldivers 2 is going to be successful. And they're going to look at it and be like, oh yeah. Yeah, let's start releasing games on Xbox and rake in that cash. Because money, you know. Like as much as Sony fanboys want to be like exclusives matter, when you look at like there was this number being touted because I guess Horizon is at 38 million sold for the franchise, and you think, okay, that's an impressive number, but when you look at, they sold what, 120 million PS4s, right? And I think they're at 70 million PS5s. So let's just say half the PS4 owners went and bought a PS5. Let's just say that. So 60 million? And then the rest stayed on PS4, because there's a lot of people who stayed on PS4. Like, that's why Call of Duty was still releasing. I think, isn't Black Ops 7 still releasing? Or no, they're finally not.
They're not.
But that's why a lot of games. I don't know. I did like some stupid math. Basically, it was like, oh, they're like at 160 million, like PS4, PS5 consoles most likely out in the world. And Horizon sold nearly 40 million copies for the franchise, not for one game, for the franchise. So you have a third of your console owners buying your exclusive. So I don't, to me, that doesn't mean that like maybe for you guys I like, no, that's successful, but to me that shows that like people don't buy consoles for exclusives. Exclusives are always just like, I mean, you do get some people like obviously fanboys, but what are the top played games? It's Call of Duty, Fortnite, Roblox, PUBG, stuff like that.
PUBG?
Yeah, PUBG.
PUBG.
That's what people play. And they buy PlayStation. And the reason PlayStation sells more is because it is just the popular console. Like, remember, like, Call of Duty for, what was it, 10 years? Had the marketing deal? Or PlayStation had the marketing deal with Call of Duty. So anytime you saw, and like a lot of games had the marketing deal with PlayStation. So anytime you saw a commercial for that video game, it ended with the PlayStation logo. So that just sticks like, oh, I need to buy a PlayStation so I can buy this game. That's why. Like Xbox is just, they're not in the mind share like that. And I know I'm talking a lot about this. I do want to get your guys' thoughts, but like to add on to this, of why I also think like that, why it's just stupid for PlayStation fans to be emailing Sony about this, and why they're not gonna, it's not gonna do anything. What was his name again? Matt Piscatella? Yeah, Matt Piscatella, gaming analyst or whatever, through Circana, they released like the quarter 3 2020 or quarter 2 2025 top 10 best-selling games on PlayStation. This is on PlayStation platforms. So this is for the period from April 6, 2025 to July 5th, 2025. Number 1 was Elden Ring Night Reign. Or from 1 to 10, it's Elden Ring Night Reign, Forza Horizon 5, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, MLB The Show 25, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Death Stranding 2, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Minecraft, and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, I mean, I think it's obvious, but what sticks out to you guys in that list?
Microsoft published games.
Yeah, bro. Microsoft, dude.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Like,
Hell yeah, dog.
6 of the top 10 games are published by Microsoft. And, I have seen a lot of fanboys like, well, only really one of those games are Xbox, Forza Horizon. It's like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Microsoft makes the money. They're making the money.
Cope.
So, yeah, I know. I just think that, like, there's no way Sony's looking at that and not saying, like, you know what if, like, recently they got a 2.5% stake in Bandai Namco. What if they said, hey, how about we buy you guys? And then now they own Bandai Namco, meaning they own Elden Ring, they own Dark Souls. So now they publish, the next Elden Ring game or whatever. And, it would make sense, like, you know what, hey, we own this. Elden Ring's popular. We're going to release it on Xbox and make money. And then probably Elden Ring Night Rain is #1 game for the past 3 months. Or the past quarter. Yeah, I just don't see a world where Sony isn't looking at this and saying, like, yeah, we're going to make money. Do it.
Like, I wouldn't doubt, like, if like some of those Sony games come to Xbox, like they will have PlayStation games outselling our Xbox games, on the console. Like, dude, I just bought God of War on Xbox. Like, of course it's gonna sell a fuck ton because, again, people that have an Xbox don't have PlayStation, obviously, and they want to play God of War or Spider-Man and other stuff, Uncharted series.
See, and that's the thing. Like, people, like,
then you can still say with Sony, be like, oh, see, PlayStation better. I'm like, okay, but
yeah,
because you guys don't play the game.
Yeah,
like,
but
on our
can
site.
you imagine? Like, like, how many units they would sell if they're like, oh, you know what? Spider-Man, Xbox, releasing 2026. Like, can you imagine how, like, I know, what the last numbers reported were like 33, I think it was 33 million consoles for the Series X and S. Like, I have to imagine that, like, you could probably sell 5 million on the Xbox Series X and S. Like, I just don't. As much as, like, you see, like, the the online console warriors trying to be like, Xbox players don't buy games because they only worry about if it's on Game Pass. Like, no. Like, I just don't see a world where, like, if you release a game like Spider-Man on the Xbox, like, it's not going to sell. Like, hell yeah, it's going to sell. Yeah.
They're dumb, bro. It's dumb as shit. Just like when they thought Xbox was gonna not sell on PlayStation. Like, you're a fucking moron. They like money.
Yeah, I just, yeah. Again, I just think that.
And yet Microsoft made, like, I don't know. I think it was like 27 billion in the last quarter or something like that.
So, you know what?
They still laid off those 9,000 employees.
But look, that's because they wanted to free up money for AI, which it's stupid. It's
27 billion wasn't enough for AI.
It doesn't. To me, I don't think that mattered. I think they looked at it and, like, they're like, well, we could free up all this money so we could have an AI infrastructure, and we have to do this so we don't have to give up money. The CEOs and all that stuff. Shareholders and all that. Like, if we do this, we still get all that money, and we can do our AI infrastructure. You know what? So, yeah. I don't know. You guys want to talk about the Xbox financials? Because they did release them. I did put that in there. I'd like to talk about.
Sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll add it in with this, with what we're talking about with the PlayStation. But, so, yeah. They just recently released their financial stats for the fiscal year of 2025 or whatever, or 2024. I don't remember. The last year, for the last year. They have 500 million monthly active users across platforms and devices. That one, I think it's just, they're counting phones and all that stuff. People who play like Candy Crush, so whatever. But their gaming revenue was up by 10%. Their Xbox content and services revenue was up by 13%, but their hardware revenue was down by 22%. Also, apparently this year, Game Pass revenue was $5 billion. Revenue, not profit. That was revenue. So, again, like Microsoft, yeah, they're not selling consoles like that, but they're making a lot of money, which is why I'm like, when it comes, circling back to Sony, yeah, like they're going to go third party. But yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on like the Sony potentially going third party, and the Microsoft like financials as it pertains to like going like Xbox going third party and PlayStation potentially going third party?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously making sense. Like they're making the most money doing it this way. Xbox is like they don't care like whether you're gonna like. I don't think they really give a shit about hardware sales being down. That's just me.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too because like
they sell their stuff anyway, so they can like pick up the slack from another department.
Unless like they worry about their Surface tablets selling, which I don't know who buys Surface tablets. But like the only time I ever see a Surface tablet being used is on an NFL sideline, because Microsoft has a deal with like the NFL, and those are used. Like everywhere else is like an iPad, but again, I don't even know why you would buy an iPad. Just buy a laptop. They'll do all the things an iPad can do, and more. But yeah, no. I mean, I think it makes sense, and eventually, either Sony's gonna just be doing more like day and date on PC. But I mean, I don't know. They've already started to do multi-platform. I already mentioned this before. Like they've already done, like Lego Horizon wasn't just a PS5 game. It also came out on Switch. So they already are testing it out.
What about you, JJ? What do you think about it?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like sales will be pretty good for doing third party, right? Just have other people make the games and stuff like that compared to their main stuff, right? And like the whole time exclusive. I mean, I would like time exclusives to be honest. I think that if you wanted to keep it exclusive, like kind of get like Indiana Jones. Yeah, like I think that should be fine. Like, oh yeah, we have exclusive. Like, yeah, buy if you have an Xbox, you buy it day one. You get it first. You want it, PlayStation. Wait, couple like 6 months or a year to play. So like they get like a big surge of money later or something. Especially if those games, if it's like a really good game, and then
essentially it's like kind of like if you want to watch a movie right away, like you got to pay the premium price, go see it in the movie theater. Or if you want to wait, then you can buy it digitally or stream it however you want once it comes out digitally.
Yeah, that's my take on it. I think that's how it should be, especially in this day and age now, where a lot of the games just going to PC and stuff. Like I don't know why they wouldn't do it for the other console. If you want more money, it's easy. It's really easy.
Yeah. Another thing I've seen, like, the argument against it is, like, Nintendo. The exclusives matter for Nintendo consoles. But a thing that, like, I talked about in my video that I released on this is, like, when you buy... That's why I mentioned, like, when people buy, like, the PlayStations and Xboxes, they're buying them so they can play, like, Fortnite and all that stuff. But when you buy a Nintendo console, like, Devin, when you bought your Switch... What was your expectation? Like, what were you buying the Switch for? Play Nintendo games, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you were not like, oh, I can't wait to play, I mean, it's not like they really released all that much like that, and third party publishers or whatever. It's like you weren't like I can't wait to play Cyberpunk 2077 on this, right? Like you're like, no, I'm gonna play Donkey Kong and Mario Kart World. That's about it. And same thing for me. Like I'm gonna play Pokemon Legends ZA and Dusk Bloods because that's gonna be a Switch exclusive. Like I'm not looking to try and be like play these other games, you know. Like, aren't they going to release Elden Ring on it? Like, I'm not looking to play Elden Ring on it. I got my Xbox for that.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, well, especially with like Cyberpunk, it's like, yeah, I already played and beat that shit. Like,
but even like,
I don't know, 2 years ago.
Yeah, let's say the next Cyberpunk, releases simultaneously on, all three consoles. I'm not buying it on the Switch still.
Yeah, fuck no.
My Switch is specifically for Nintendo games. And I think everyone, when they buy a Nintendo console, that's why they're buying a Nintendo console. To play Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Smash Brothers, whatever Nintendo published game that is, about to be released or whatever it is. People are not... They're not fucking buying them for... They're not buying Nintendo consoles for anything else. They're not planning to play Call of Duty or Fortnite and all stuff. I mean, there probably is people who play Fortnite on Switch a lot, but...
Yeah, little kids playing that Fortnite on the Switch. Yeah.
I just... Yeah. Other than that... You know what? Let's talk about Nintendo now. Oh man. So this one, yeah. Nintendo is now deciding, or not deciding, but it's effective today, huh? Was it effective August 3rd? That's what I'm saying? Yeah, effective today, August 3rd. Nintendo is raising the prices of the Switch 1 consoles. Switch OLED, Switch Lite. Switch Lite is now going to be $230. The non-OLED version is $339, and the Switch OLED is now $340. Why did I say $339? $340, and the Switch OLED is now $400. These are effective today, so you were in the market for a Switch 1, you're now going to have to spend more.
Fucked.
It's like if you're buying a Switch 1, you're most likely buying it for your kid. You're not like, I'm not going to give him the expensive one. Or Grant. There's no way. Unless you're obviously pushing people well, if you're going to buy an expensive piece of Switch 1, but there's a 2 that might as well just buy the 2.
I just think somebody pointed this out, actually. I didn't even think about it until I saw a tweet about it. Remember Doug Bowser was like, oh yeah, we know not everyone's going to be able to afford a Switch 2, which is why we're going to continue to sell the Switch 1s. And now they're just raising the prices on that.
Yeah, did I send a meme about that?
Oh, is that what you guys...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
you laughed at it.
You know what? It's because I also saw it on Twitter. So, yeah. Yeah. I think it's just, absolutely just fucking brain dead.
It's weird why the Switch 2 is not going up in price. Yeah.
Yet. They basically, I think there was also, they basically said prepare for the Switch 2 to raise in price at some point, I think.
Well, yeah, they raised the price of the N64 controller. I think the Pro controller went up in price too. The Switch 2 Pro, so.
Yeah, I'm just to me, I just don't understand. what's
That
the
big,
goal
that
here?
orange dumbass that's running our that's running our country
Yeah.
is the reason why.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. That's
The tariffs went into effect like like all of the supposed deals that he had in place, which he said he had 200. He had like 6 in place, so that's why all this shit's more expensive now.
you know.
Well, because I'm sure Japan can't get all their shit that they need, so it's just like they have to buy that, so they got like that's just
I'm not
a
gonna
shit show.
just. I don't know. I'm not gonna just say like, oh, it's because of the tariffs. Like, yes, obviously that is, you know, but like, the consoles were, like Xbox and PlayStation raised the price before the tariffs, and then after that, like they did it again or whatever, and now like Nintendo's doing like, I don't know, like yeah, the tariffs suck and all this stuff, but like, these fucking companies are not like, oh man, that sucks that we're gonna have to charge you guys more, and it's not like they're they, they're just like too fucking bad. Like in my head, that's why they're talking like, because I don't know, man. Like I'm just gonna like rant and be like stupid about it because this is just it's stupid. Like
Well, if it's not all about the tariffs, then what is the issue?
no, I'm saying that like obviously that plays a part in it, but like
Then what are the other parts?
it's fucking development costs and everything. Like that's why I think maybe that's why like they took their time in charging us more, Nintendo, because the Japanese companies are able to kind of not charge like they don't have to spend as much when they're making games and all this stuff. It's more like the Western companies that are really going at it. But yeah, they're like the costs, like they're not trying to find ways to lower the cost of development on all this stuff. They're just like, well, it's just more expensive. And instead of trying to like see about like maybe like, well, we could do this instead or do this, they're just like, no, it just costs more, so we're gonna charge you guys more. And then yeah, you got Trump coming over here and be like, hey, I'm gonna make things worse for you guys too.
Like, I don't know how you're supposed to lower development costs when just like the stuff costs more.
Well, I mean, some games don't need to have 1,000 people working on it, stuff like that. There's things like that. There is ways to lower the cost of development and not.
But we're talking about the
sacrifice
cost of a system. We're not talking about the cost of a game. We're talking about the cost of a system that's going up. How are they supposed to lower the cost of the system?
I'd have to look into that one more because I don't. That one obviously has to do with like specs and the chipsets and the internals of a system and all that stuff. The thing is too, I don't understand how the tariffs affect that badly when it's like, they're a Japanese company. I know there's a U.S. portion of Nintendo, but like, they're a Japanese company. They're not actually paying the tariffs like that Japanese. I don't know.
Oh my god, dude. Do you?
I know how tariffs work.
Tariffs? Apparently you don't.
I'm not like the rest. I do know how tariffs work. It's the United States that's paying them. The United States companies, like.
Cool. So then you just explained how tariffs work. Congratulations. You're like, I don't know why things are more expensive. Yeah, because when they get sent here, we have to pay more for them.
Never mind. I don't think you understand what I was saying, but it's all good.
No, explain it better then.
What? Again, we're gonna be here for fucking 20 minutes going back and forth about this. I'm not. I don't feel like being here for the next 10, 20 minutes,
God, dude.
going back and
No,
forth.
dude. Explain
Anyways,
your point better,
so-
and it'll take 2 minutes. Awesome.
So
Good job.
let's talk about the Nintendo Direct.
No, let's talk about how you're avoiding a subject because you can't. You literally got caught saying like, I don't understand how
Okay,
it's more
so-
expensive.
Nintendo is a Japanese company. I understand a company
Correct.
like Microsoft, which is based in the United States, now having to pay all that. You know, Nintendo's in
Does
Japan.
everything? Yes, but not. You have to import shit. Not everything that's inside of a console is in here in America. America doesn't have everything. They have to import. So whether it's the plastics or the chips or the fucking glue you get to glue a CPU on, like if you have to import that and you have to pay a tariff on that.
So
then
Nintendo's
that's
paying
increasing the
tariffs
cost.
to itself. Nintendo's paying itself more.
Japan doesn't have everything that they have to make a console. That Japan isn't a mystical,
Okay,
magical
but,
wonderland
but
where they have.
But
all
what is
the
what is a
materials to
okay?
make
But
a
what does the
Switch.
United States for like internals? What does the United States produce?
I don't know exactly. Of
That's
what
exactly
internals.
no. For chipsets and all this stuff, all that shit is developed outside of the United States. So I understand they got to
And I
pay other
understand that.
companies,
but
yeah,
then
other countries and all that
Nintendo-
stuff. But all that stuff is produced outside of the United States. That's why I understand like
Okay,
American
then when-
companies having to do
But
it
when
because
Nintendo is, but then if a 20% tariff is imposed upon Japan of all the things they ship to us, they like that is a cost that Nintendo's not charging themselves. Like Nintendo is not like Microsoft or like the store of like Best Buy is going to get charged a 20% tariff of a thing they bought from Nintendo because Nintendo's a Japanese-based company. So like that's why the prices are going. Like that is why the prices go up. Like Nintendo is just changing the MSRP price in America based upon tariffs. Like so then that's what Best Buy has to sell it as. Like that's just how it works. They're just raising the MSRP price based upon what tariffs are.
again, I understand why American companies, but Nintendo, especially when it comes to the internals of a console, chipsets, wires, all that shit, none of it is developed here in the United States. So, them raising the prices, they don't like Nintendo doesn't have to pay itself. They don't have to.
They're not.
Like-
they're not.
So
So,
Japan,
They're not.
They're
No,
just
it's
raising the prices to raise the prices.
Everett's just saying is like Japan has everything that Japan to make these switches. They don't have to go to China. They don't have to go to anything else. It's,
No,
everything's
they still have to
just
go
made
to
in-
China and all that stuff, but they don't have to pay. Like, obviously, the tariffs that Trump has implemented, like, doesn't matter between, like, Japan having to pay China anything or, you know, the UK or whatever it is. Like, that's why I say when it came to the American companies, like, oh, we need to develop this stuff. We need to make this stuff. I understand why all the companies that are, you know, obviously based here in the United States got fucked, like having to pay more because we don't make shit here in America. We make guns. That's it. We don't make
I said
anything.
I don't know. I just did a quick Google search where U.S. is investing $400 billion to make a fucking chip development in our.
Yeah.
So-
When is that supposed to
So,
happen?
like eventually,
Eventually.
Max will be 2032. So
Oof.
eventually it'll be.
Yeah.
but,
That. But.
Like
that was too why Trump
that's
wanted to have the
max
tariffs.
production at
Yeah.
30% of the whole global supply of the fucking chips will be the U.S. They're doing that.
I forgot who's like the
But-
main right now for the chips, like where all the stuff. But that was another reason why Trump, yeah, he wants like companies to be doing that stuff here in the United States or whatever. And yeah, like right now we don't do any of that. Like a lot of the industries left the United States because it was cheaper to do it like overseas, to just pay another country. Yeah, just give us the stuff.
Okay.
The semiconductor industry is in the forefront of technology advancement.
Semiconductors.
Countries like Taiwan, the United States, and South Korea leading the chip production, design, and R&D.
But Taiwan has like I think the most.
Taiwan's
right?
controlling 55% of the fucking global foundry
Jesus
market.
Christ. That's why That's why there's. It's they control they control a lot. Again, so that's why I just don't see where it is. Like shipping over here, like raising the prices to me. Like I understand it, but at the same time I don't understand because it made a lot more sense for an American company that's like, yeah, we got to make all this shit, but now we're getting charged more to make this stuff. So we're gonna obviously they're not gonna be like, well, it sucks that we have to pay more to make this stuff, but we're gonna keep stuff the same price. Like, no, they were never gonna do that. It was always gonna go up in price.
Did the prices increase for these things in Japan?
I don't know about that one actually.
The answer is no. The reason they didn't is because all Nintendo's doing is raising the MSRP price in places where the tariff is happening. These prices increases aren't happening in other parts of the world. I've already explained how tariffs work, and you're not understanding it. Like, when Nintendo ships it over here, the company that buys the Switches is getting charged an increased amount. So Nintendo is just raising the MSRP price based upon that. That's all it is.
Like I said, I didn't want to keep talking about this because it makes no sense. So.
Okay.
We're discussing this for a lot longer when we don't need to discuss it. Like, there's other
I already said okay, so then fine, move on.
The Nintendo Direct. Did you guys watch it? It was a partner showcase too, so most of it, or all of it, was third-party stuff.
I thought it was meh, right?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. The only thing out of all of it that I was excited about was the Hyrule Warriors game. Everything else was like, okay. Not really, I could either play it on another console or I didn't care.
It's ties with Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah, it's like
leads up to it?
It's a game, yeah, because...
That's on the radar here. It just says experiencing events that led to the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, because there's like spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom. There's a point because Zelda gets sent back in time and all this stuff, and that, there's the imprisonment war and all, the imprisoning war for Ganon, and this tells that side of like what she was going through during that. Basically, obviously not during Tears of the Kingdom because she got sent back in time or whatever, but it's like, yeah, like that story side from Tears of the Kingdom, but in a Hyrule Warriors setting, so.
Yeah, was it
So it actually
is...
Monster
Hunter, yeah, Hyrule Warriors, Elliot, Octopath Traveler. No, Once Upon a Katamari, dude. That one, dude. Just Dance. Dragon's Ball, Striking Zero. The Plants vs. Zombies kind of weird. Remember that one?
Well, because it's a remake of the first one, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. But dude, there's fucking Star Wars Outlaws, dude. Get that fucking code or whatever.
I can't believe they're releasing that shit on the Switch. I mean, it makes sense. They want to try and get whatever they can.
They need more money, bro.
Yeah.
They need more money. And they have Chronos, the new Dawn, a scary game.
The funny thing is, every time I saw that game, it didn't look interesting until the trailer that I saw. Yeah, that they showed. that trailer made it look more interesting, which was kind of funny to me.
Actually, showed more soon.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That they showed a little bit more that made it look, to me at least, more interesting. So now I am kind of looking at it like, maybe I might actually play that game.
Oh, and Apex Legends, right? Apex comes out what in like 2 days?
I thought Apex Legends was already on.
I think it's for Switch 2. Like Switch 2.
Oh.
Like the better graphics and shit, I'm assuming. Well, better graphic, whatever, but maybe it just runs a little better. I think you get a special Pathfinder skin too. I think they did again. Like, didn't they have like a red blue one, like Mario or some shit? I thought they had that.
I played like the tutorial stuff of Apex Legends on the Switch, and just to see what it looked like, and it was not good. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this game.
It's like you hear like the meme where like you play like I'm gonna put Elden Ring on PS4 and the PS just like a jet engine. It's explode. That's what I feel like it would be for the Switch on Apex. It's getting too hot. I'm turning off now. Like what the fuck?
If it ran better, the Apex Legends, I probably would have been more willing to play it on Switch, but it was not. I mean, yeah, maybe it looks. I'm assuming it looks better. Does it run at 60 frames on the Switch too? Maybe I'll check it out just to play more Apex Legends. But again,
hopefully on like, fucking docked.
But like the thing is, like if I really want to play Apex Legends, like I'll just re-download it on my Xbox or download it on my PC, like where it's gonna look infinitely better. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, yeah, I was kind of, I don't know, I would have given it maybe like a D. The Nintendo Direct. I don't know. Aside from Hyrule Warriors, yeah, I was just like, okay. Maybe I was kind of like a little down on it too because I watched it at work and it was 6 a.m, and even though I'm at work, I'm still like, ugh, why am I up this early? So, but yeah. I don't know. What would you guys rate it?
Probably the same with D. Like I didn't even know they were doing one. I don't know. They didn't really like talk about it a whole lot. So
I think they announced it.
They announced it like 2 days
before. Yeah.
I know. So I didn't even know it was like happening. I was just like, oh. And then I just saw like the highlights, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't miss.
Yeah, I'll give it
like a single thing. And like I haven't even played like. And I like the Dynasty Warrior games, but I haven't even played like any of the Hyrule Warrior games.
I just played the first one, like was it fucking Wii U when it first came out?
Yeah.
And then that was it. It's just it's just what it is.
There's a Switch version. Like it's called Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. It's fun. I mean, if you like the Hyrule Warriors games or the Dynasty Warriors games, like you'll enjoy this one, especially if like you're a Dynasty Warriors fan and a Legend of Zelda fan. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not really into the Dynasty Warriors games. I've played, I think one, and I also played like they had like a Gundam, what was it called? Was it called Gundam Warriors? I don't remember. So yeah, like. That's my experience for Dynasty Warriors. There's basically Legend of Zelda and a Gundam game that they had, and one of their games from way back. Actually, I don't even think I played the game. I think I just played a demo of one of their older games. So like, yeah, might have been something that was on the Xbox 360 or some shit. I don't remember. All right. Last story. I'm gonna cut one thing and we'll just talk about this last thing. So THQ Nordic, they had a digital showcase recently. I honestly don't remember the games that were shown aside from one, because the only game that mattered to me was Darksiders 4 being announced. Yes. Darksiders 4. Like when I saw that, what was it? Devin, was it you that put in the Discord chat?
Yeah, I texted about it.
Like the Darksiders, I was like, "There's no way." When you put that, I was like, "No, that's not." I'm like, he has to be fucking with me. Like he has to be like, no. And then when I looked and see the Darksiders 4, like tweet, Darksiders 4 is coming. I was like, yes, and so am I. Oh my god. Yeah, I think yeah. To say the least, I'm very happy with this announcement, especially too with some of the details that are out right now about the game. You'll be able to choose which horseman you want to play as. If you look up on like the Steam page, it says online co-op. So yeah. I'm ready, like super ready for this game to come out. I hope we don't have to wait too long. That's the only thing. I don't want to wait forever for this game. But yeah,
I mean, it's probably not going to come out till next year, I would assume.
That's what I was assuming. That next year we'll get it.
Late next year.
Probably late.
Hopefully
next year.
March or April, but we'll see.
One of the things that I love about the Darksiders game is that essentially the same team has like made every game. Because like when you look at it, like originally it was Vigil Games that made like the first two. You know, but then THQ went under, and then you know all that shit got sold off or whatever. But if you look, like at who made the next game, Darksiders 3, and who's gonna be working on this one, it's Gunfire Games, which Gunfire Games is essentially just Vigil Games. It's basically all the people that worked at Vigil Games made Gunfire, and even that Darksiders Genesis game, that top-down like game they have, is made by Airship Syndicate, which is founded by Joe Mad, the guy who did the artwork for the Darksiders stuff, like at least for the first two games. So yeah, essentially the people who worked on Darksiders 1 and 2 have continued to work on Darksiders. And so the only thing is, like, I'm assuming they're going back to how it was with the Darksiders 1 and 2 games, because it says like cinematic combat and all that stuff. Darksiders 3 plays more like a Souls-like, so that one's not popular. So they probably looked at it and said like, maybe we won't do that. But I don't know too, because they seem to have a lot of experience now making Souls-likes, because they made those Remnant games, basically Dark Souls but with guns. And those games are pretty good actually. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're fun. I mean, I like the Remnant games. Like the cool hook with those ones was like, I don't know, shit would change based upon like your play experience or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just have you guys, Devin? You've played Darksiders at least, right?
I've played all three.
Oh, you've played all three. Have you finished any of them?
I think I've finished all of them. Maybe I didn't finish 3.
Well, shit.
But yeah, I mean, I think the only one we never finished was like we bought that Darksiders.
We never finished Darksiders Genesis. Yeah, I kind of want to finish it now. Because I want to do a playthrough of these games, because I actually never finished Darksiders 2. I forgot what happened. Something had happened and I was not able to get to finish it. And like I maybe only played like an hour of Darksiders 3. Because I think when it came out there was just so much other stuff to play. I just never was able to get around to it. But I have beaten Darksiders 1 like 3 times.
Yeah, like that one I know for sure I beat. Darksiders 2, maybe I didn't finish it, but I know I put a lot of time, and same thing. I mean, like with 3, I'm pretty sure I beat it, or damn
You
near
were close. Yeah. What about you, JJ? You played the Darksiders games?
I only played the second one.
Oh, you only played the second one. And
Yeah,
I'm
I got the
assuming you.
collection for that one.
Oh, with the mask?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
Yeah, they're long games. No, they're long. Like even that
Yeah,
Darksiders one.
I felt like I put a while. I was playing a bit for it, and then it's just like never really ending. And then I started just playing probably Gears or some shit with you guys.
Yeah. Man, I still like I know I've told this. Obviously you guys have heard this story a lot, but I know I've at least maybe told this story twice on the podcast. But I still remember just like when I went to go buy Darksiders 2, and I went to buy a used copy, and the guy it was Darksiders 1 inside the Darksiders 2 case, and then going back to be like, hey, yeah, this isn't Darksiders 2, this is Darksiders 1. What's the difference? I'm like, this motherfucker works at GameStop? Oh my god, that shit still pisses me off to this day.
What is the difference?
Wow. Okay. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end it. The podcast. All right. So that was episode 63. If you guys like our podcast, you like what we do on the channel, what I do on the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit. I've been your host, Everett. JJ?
Take it easy.
Devin?
Take it sleazy.
Devin, you might want to say it again on my end at least. It kind of
Take it sleazy, skanks.
All right. And until next time, we'll catch you later.